Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top two stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow. The stock market took a beating today, but this was not surprising at all. I warned you guys in the last two videos, that this was going to happen, that I was bearish on the market. So I'm going to be sharing some thoughts for y'all in this video. Now, before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in here, right? So let's get started right off the bat. I'm using the Nasdaq again since again it's the easiest. It's an easy chart to read. I like it a lot, and so far so good. All right, my drawings are still on the chart, and it looks like we are ahead of schedule. It's selling off quite aggressively, all the way down towards 12,571. I think it's going to get to 12,750, 12,750 before we see a bounce. I think that's going to happen tomorrow. My thoughts and opinions are not changing with the overall market. I was bearish over here. I was bearish over here over the weekend, and I'm still leaning bearish. All right. Now, the first stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list. I'm gonna keep this video very brief and also insightful for some of the beginners out there. All right. Now, the first stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list is CCL. CCL. All right. Now with CCL, that one I don't think is quite ready to bounce just yet. There's two ways that you can approach this thing. Two ways. First and foremost, this drop was the result of this descending triangle right here, right? And if you are a beginner and you have no clue what a descending triangle is, well, it's this right there. And if you go on Google, you can see multiple examples of the descending triangle. All right, if you go on images, it's all over here. The outcome is almost always the same. Sometimes there's variations to it, but this one is pretty much what we're looking at with TCL. Is it done dropping yet? I don't think so. The first gaps got filled, and by that I mean if you go on the left side right there, you can clearly see that there is one gap at $16, which we were watching it. I will show y'all those later this video. The next gap is down here at around like 14 bucks right here. All right, and so far the first gap got filled. The sell-off is intensifying. That candle is getting bigger. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next one actually open up at like 15.11 and then drop all the way down to 14 before we see some type of bounce with the overall market. All right, so you can pretty much wait for the absolute bottom to try to dip by this thing, or you can short it intraday, because it's getting towards that point where like the volatility is going to be wild, very 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 wild. The fast drop followed by a fast rise. So that's my honest thoughts on CCL. The next one that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is actually TSM. All right, and I shared TSM with y'all, I believe it was last night, because of the breakdown of this bearish pennant right here. We actually took a trade on this one. Let me show y'all. So on Friday at around like I think it was 12:45. Yeah, at around like 12:45, I let everybody know that TSM was one that I really really wanted to short, and that I wanted to see how it closed at first. And then when it started dipping down below 500 and like 500 and no, below 105, I started buying puts on there. So I bought some at that moment. Again, this is the buys and sells at the time that I posted it, and then I added when there was like 2 minutes, well, 3 minutes left to the market trading session. All right, I added more, and what happened today was that it opened up a little bit weird. All right, it kind of gapped up pre-market, kind of dropped pre-market all the way down towards like 101, and then it had a little rally pre-market to 104, which was kind of annoying. It would have been nice if it opened low, recover, and then it kind of like goes up to 104, and then we kind of like go back in again. But no, it pretty much started up all the way up here, and then it started dropping. We were just watching it fall all the way down. We let an hour go by, and then I started selling some when it got to around like 101. This is 9:21 a.m. Let me show you all the charts real quick. This is where I started taking some money off the table. We're gonna zoom in right over here. All right. So 921 is around this region, right after this massive fall towards 101. I thought 100 was gonna be the low of the day. So as it was chilling in this region between 921 and like between 921 and 950, that was pretty much when I was taking money off the table. As you can see, it was dropping. I sold some more at 933. I sold some more at 936. And then I was all out again at 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, that's when we saw... Let me show you. At 10 o'clock, it was during this spike right there. Like when it got above like 101 again, that's when I took my money off the table. And we were looking at it for a reload because the ultimate price target for it is around like is underneath $96. I think it can get there. I think it has more room to go. All right, and this is let me show you exactly how we did. At least for today, it was a pretty good day all around. So starting off, like this person doubled their money. They put in $300. They came out with 650, right? This person also made $421 on TSM, as you can see with these transactions. Another person made $400 on NBAX. Again, pretty much everything was falling today. Somebody else made money on TSM. They bought at 177. They sold a little early at 236. But again, profit is profit. Somebody else made $800 on TSM. And someone else made money on 4 different stocks: TSM, AMD, UPST, and BBY. Apparently, BBY had a massive jump. It jumped up by like 100%. And that was the perfect setup for like an all-day fader. And it took advantage of it. Somebody else made $250 on TSM as well. Another person used the opportunity to increase their one of their accounts by 30%, as you can see over here, and also increase the Robinhood account by 77%. As you can see, they made $2,000 on TSM puts. Another person made 29 grand on not only TSM but also on these other stocks as well. Massive shout out to you. I think he ended up closing out the day with 50 grand, as you can see over here. Again, this was like the perfect opportunity for bears, for the short sellers. It was a pretty good day as things were just falling down. And somebody else made $3,000 on puts right here. The reason why this is here is because I actually we were looking at this on the 3rd, and this person got in. There was a lot of options to short on the 3rd, and this is the watch list for that. So this was CCL. We actually caught it when it was like at $18, but at that time there was also Disney, there was XPEF, there was multiple stocks that you could pick from to make some money in the market. So that's pretty much how we did. And yeah, that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these videos. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community where we can get the details of the contracts, the entries, the exits, and most importantly, the reason why I take these trades that way you see with your own eyes before you decide to join and partake with and tag along with the trade. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. All right. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Ngumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook as well. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 without signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Ngumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.